Hey guys, you know that I rarely come on camera, but because it's usually about the toys. But when I'm talking about things that I had kind of a hand in, I tend to come on camera just to kind of introduce it. And I've been putting together this arcade stuff and toy stuff and things that mattered, you know, on a hobbyist type level for a long time. And so, yeah, this is just a real quick rooms tour of the stuff that I put together over a few years. Actually, I would say this has taken me, I would say about 7 years to put all this together. But yeah, it's just been a slow process. So anyways, let's get to it. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and start over here. This is one of my pride and joys because I've had this since I was a little kid, right? So this is my vintage G.I. Joe type collection. We have one, that's Mil Máscaras en el Santo. That's kind of the influence that I had when I was a kid growing up. So here, let me show you a picture of that closer. So yeah, that was something that had an influence on me when I was a kid growing up. So you might see a couple of other wrestlers and stuff around here. But yeah, that's my, one of the oldest Joes that I picked up, but I picked him up. He's a repro, so he's not an original, but that's one of the older variations of what the G.I. Joe squad looked like in the beginning, right? So a repro X-Men #1. But anyways, speaking back of my pride and joy type of display, this is the one that means the most to me because again, this is my bread and butter, right? The G.I. Joe stuff. I like Star Wars, I like Transformers, I like them all. But this is the stuff that I really enjoy. This is my older, had these since I was a little kid. Those are all original. I got that one at San Diego Comic-Con years and years ago. That is a original Storm Shadow, but in a 25th anniversary or whatever case. So I kept my old, Storm Shadow, but hardly ever played with that one. That was my first attempt at keeping one to rock and one to stock. So, but all the rest of these are all from my childhood. You can tell that guy's from the Raven. So yes, I had the Raven. Dial Tone was my favorite, Serpentor. Gosh, all these were one of some of my favorites. Moving on down a little bit, I got a cool little card for the fridge. I picked him up again. I only acquired him after years later. I actually sent off for him, but there's a whole story behind that. Controversial story between me and my brother on that one. But in the end, I ended up getting a fridge, and I'm happy about that. Mask was also one of my favorite toy lines. So anyways, it means a lot to me there. That is my original Snowcat. Snow Job, I think that's his name, Snow Job. I think, is it? I don't know, you guys correct me. But I really I liked the vehicle more than I liked the figure because of all the missiles. And of course, the Thunder Machine. Loved that Thunder Machine. Absolutely loved it. I hope they do a HasLab for it. And then of course they did I picked up a Hawk, a Ghost Hawk, from one of the repro lines that they did a while back. So anyways, that's my G.I. Joe vintage case. Quick Kick, who remembers Quick Kick? His crotch broke from so many quick kicking. And that is an original Cobra Claw back there. Had many years of playtime. And that's a Cobra Jetpack still in box. Unopened, never put together. I picked it up at Dallas Vintage Toys years ago. That's a reaction figure when they first came out with the Baroness, but not collecting those anymore. Initially, I just picked up a few just to see how the line was. Next one is kind of a Batman all over the place type of display. It's just got a lot of different stuff on it. But starting up there with, like my Batman stuff, I love that Vulture. Just really cool looking. McFarlane Batman's there. That is a Hasbro Batman. That is a Hush Batman. A couple of Baffs there. Great toyetic bear. But I don't know. I'm not truly super in love with this bear. I think it's a cool bear. I forgot who put it together. Fury Toys or Memory Toys, one of those guys. It's still a cool bear, but I don't know. I got a review on it. Check it out. And one of the gold label Batman, McFarlane Batmans back there in the back. Let's see. Okay, where were we? Had to cut away there for a second. Yeah, Spawn, my second favorite, most comic book style line that I have. At one point I had Gunslinger, first appearance of Gunslinger, and she spawned up here, but I traded them out, and you'll see why I traded them out. I traded them out for my most favorite superhero, and you guys will get to see that in a minute. That is one of the first McFarlane sculptures that he put together, that throne that he has there. I really like all these right here. Spawn has been one of my favorite. I've been collecting them since it started, so one of my favorite comic book characters. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, my favorite as a kid growing up. Loved them too. My kid made me a little pizza box there. Love that. Just a great line. The NECA line is just really great, so really like it. And then we have the What If line down here, and boy, I really enjoyed collecting this one as well. Just great figures on this one. The whole family enjoyed watching this show, so I thought I'd make a memory of it. And then we have an entire Batman line down here. I'm not sure why Captain Marvel's back there, but she is, or Captain Cardor, not Captain Marvel. Got some Batman stuff in here, just all around. And this Joker, which I think I got off of 5K. This is a great little Joker. I actually got him before I got the channel, I think, so I never reviewed him, but that is a great Joker. I really enjoyed him. And that is a Dark Kingdom Nightmare Batman. I really like him. I was surprised at how good he is. As a matter of fact, that Nightmare Batman is one of my favorite looking Batman ever. And then the one Batman that McFarlane did with all the guns and stuff can never be done again, because WB went bananas on that. Anyways, let's keep going. Oh boy, tougher to get up. Help. Got a couple of Spawns over here. Venom is always one of my favorites. Hey, totally awesome 80s cartoons. A whole book about them. Yeah, why not? Let's go into the theater room. Let's check it out. It's sure, let's give you a full tour there. Let's open the doors. This is the theater room. We enjoyed many hours of fun in this room during winter, the snowpocalypse in Texas. We just enjoyed ourselves to death in here. This room was nice and comfy because it's super insulated. Had some pizzas back here, had made some cookies over there, popped some popcorns over here. Also have an arcade in here, the Terminator 2 arcade. Lots of shooting on it. It's fun. Just a ton of fun with that stuff. Got some movie posters up here. Good stuff. I am a collector. This one came from Arcade 1UP, so if you guys are looking for this one, I don't know if it's still available or not, but I'm looking to get Time Crisis now, so we'll see how that turns out. Of course, you have to have the Razor Crest. It's not my scale anymore, 3 3/4, but gosh, that Razor Crest just looks amazing. It's huge, man. It's huge. Hot Toys, always got to have some Hot Toys. Mando, Ahsoka, Doc Andor from Galaxy's Edge, Mandalorian stuff. Some of my favorite things down here, Deadpool. The whole X-Force gang is just one of my favorite guys. I got that. My brother gave me that Deadpool there, that Hot Toys one. Love my brother. I just love him. That's all I got to say about that. Great. We had a great time growing up together. Venom Pool back there. Knockoff Mezco Deadpool. He looks fantastic and he works great. I was just, I went to go buy the original Mezco Deadpool, and he was a ton of money, and Mezco refused to re-release him. So, okay, well, I'll just do what I got to do. And I think that's first appearance of Cable back there and the second appearance of Deadpool X-Force 2, I think. I think. You guys can correct me down in the comments. Aliens versus Predator. Some of my favorite aliens. Just love this whole series. That's why you'll see me collecting a ton of them. I just love them to death. Oops, we had a casualty down there. Dungeons and Dragons. I loved. He's in there because he looks like a character. So, but I loved Dungeons and Dragons as a little kid. What a great time to be alive. I loved them. All right, I had a Tron thing there. Had to make some room, trying to figure out where it goes. I have the Darksaber there. This happens to be, in my opinion, my favorite. Well, it's my opinion, so of course it's my favorite movie, Star Wars right now. Star Wars movie. So love it. I love we just talked about Predator stuff. Conan's original sword, his father's sword. Ooh, let's turn these on. My other favorite character, Punisher. That is not the first appearance. That's a reproduction. And that is the first appearance of, that's an original first appearance, alternate cover of the Punisher in the War Machine outfit. Hot Toys as well. Love this look for him. Just amazing. Yeah, love the Punisher. I think it's too bad that some people co-opted him for their little whatever they need him for. But you know, if you really read the Punisher and what he stands for, I think there was an issue where, you know, some police officers were like, yeah, the Punisher this, the Punisher that. And the Punisher came up to him and basically smacked him around and said, you're not me and you're not anything like me. So stop playing around with my logo or my motto. So I really like the Punisher, but your opinion may vary. DC stuff here, McFarlane DC stuff. So Iron Man, it's my little Iron Man shelf. And then a little miscellaneous shelf down there. We got some kind of futuristic stuff. I love my Aliens dropship. Oh, I love that thing. The tiny Ed 209 and a tiny little Kane robot down there as well. I think those are called a Bia or something. I forget what they're called. Some more miscellaneous stuff up here. Predators. Batman, Robin type stuff. These two, the Muppet guys, I forgot what their name. They used to make me laugh as a little kid. Carl and Staten. I forgot what they. But anyways, the old two guys who would make fun of the people, the Muppets. Oh man, they made me crack up so bad. So I have them up here making fun of me now. So anyways, we got some of this stuff over here. Got this thing going on. Darth Vader. He's looking at the Death Star. Some RoboCop stuff here. Very cool. Let's see, what else do we got? Doc Ondor, Prey, the signature Elvira. Got some cool stuff there. I love these little machines. I was gonna put one of the Mandalorians playing this. I thought that would be hilarious. But anyways, met Ron Perlman a couple of times. He signed my DVD case for Hellboy. And Hellboy is one of my favorite characters as well. So this is my first handheld. Anybody can remember this? Hit and Missile. It's kind of like Missile Command or whatever, but boy, that's an old game right there. That was when that's what a Switch looked like back in the day. Anybody who's watching this, that was our entertainment. Peter Mayhew signed this one for me as well. He's right there. Peter Mayhew. Rest in peace, sir. Loved your stuff. Still love your stuff. What do we got up there? Oh yeah, we just got the new Mandalorian N1 Starfighter. We got some alien stuff there. Land Speeder. I think that was the Super 7 Ed 209. Some Rogue One stuff. I forgot the actor's name who played Darth Maul. He signed that one for me right up there. And yeah, so that's it. So coming down a little bit here, we got the first Mandalorian Hot Toys. We got a Remnant Stormtrooper. I always love this look with the Remnant Stormtroopers. This is more in line with what a real soldier would kind of look like, right? Beat up, he's downrange. You know, he's doing the best that he can to keep his suit together, but he's still getting the tar beat out of him. Mandalorian series, if you can't tell, my family and I love the Mandalorian series. I know people have their different opinions about him, and that's okay. You can like him, you can not like him. It's okay. We love him. As a family, it's what brought us together with Star Wars. My villains shelf down here got all the bad guys, all the stormtroopers, digging that. And my bottom shelf down here with some of my helmets and stuff from the Star Wars stuff. And a Gentle Giant Grogu. All right. Oh, and now over here to this collection here. Stanley did sign this one for me. I met the man, and actually, we'll take a look at that in a minute. Got his figure. Got a couple of these figures, a couple of those comics, iconic comics there. Here's me with Peter Mayhew. Here's me with Darth Maul. Ray Park, that's who it is, Ray Park. And there's my daughter with Stan Lee, and there I am, a much younger version of me with Stan Lee as well. Oh, those were good days. What else? Oh yeah. So let me zoom in on this, see if I can zoom in on that. First appearance of Archangel, first appearance of Lobo, first appearance of Wolverine. That's what I traded my Gunslinger Spawn for and She-Spawn. First appearance of Gambit, first appearance of Rogue. So those are some of the iconic things that I have in my collection that, you know, that's what influenced me as a kid. So that's why we have it. So that is the theater room tour. Let's go out to the game room, take a gander at it. Of course, you always got to have some old school pinball playing. Got a little display up there with some of the Transformers Tonka toys up there. Those were fun. Cobra Commander. On occasion, Cobra Commander hides out here, so I kept. He said, "Hey, keep a copy of my a second helmet for me, so in case I need to split or put that on." So, anyways, let's see. Tons of stuff. All right, let's just come over here real fast. This is kind of like my 80s tribute shelf of that's another game. That's another Nintendo Switch from the early 80s. As a matter of fact, that was the one that Groot was playing on Guardians of the Galaxy. So that cracked me up that Groot would be playing that too. Let's just start here. Nightmare, Hot Toys, Batman, fantastic looking. I really enjoyed Henry Cavill playing as Superman. Guardians of the Galaxy with Cosmo. A bunch of fighters here, like video game fighters, right? Got Sagat. We got Doom guy with his jacked up joint. If you guys hadn't seen that, I had another meltdown in my review when I did him. To me, that is the absolute epitome of an action figure. That version of the Master Chief right there. Great. I love this shelf. Good shelf there. And then down here we got Lobo and some of these other crazy guys. I don't know why I put them in there. They just look like they belong. And a Star Wars shelf down there. So Bad Batch mostly. And Darth Malgus just looks amazing. That's an amazing. His articulation is jacked, but crowded Masters of the Universe shelf. A lot of Mondo here. I don't need any of the new stuff from Mondo. I think this is enough for me. I just need some of the core characters that I wanted when I grew up as a kid. And this is kind of getting into my G.I. Joe stuff, but I'm running out of room, so I just put them in different places now. That's a custom that I kind of did myself. I kind of customized him a little bit, Outback. Customized White Queen because that dress that thing that was on top of her was junk. This is the Moon Knight that art turned me on to. Very, very awesome looking. I customized or painted this particular Dr. Freeze. And let's see. Those two, I forgot where those, those are not Hot Toys. What are they? They're not Hot Toys, they're something else. But they look fantastic. I really like the way they look and stuff. So I picked up a couple of those. G.I. Joe shelf. Lots of Joes there fighting each other. Really digging this shelf. And we have a Spidey shelf down there, or a Miles Morales type shelf. So really like that as well. All right, X-Men. I love this shelf because of how Stan Lee looks right there, right? You got all of his X-Men going to bat for him, and he's kind of directing them. So that's why I put this shelf together. I'm thinking about switching out that Psylocke. Kind of looks a little goofy, but anyways. Mandalorian or Boba Fett. I know some people have their opinions about this show. I happen to like it. It's okay. You don't have to like it, but I really like this show because, again, it brought us together as a family. My Wolverine shelf down here, that actually lights up. You can turn it on and he floats down there in the middle of it. Sometimes I'll turn it on, sometimes I won't. But anyways, first appearance of Omega Red, I think, back there. I think. And Sam Keith is a highly, highly underrated artist, I think. I really love Sam Keith's artwork. So I got one of his iconic covers of Wolverine. Wolverine's just one of my favorite characters, always has been. And I think it's because I see a little bit of myself in him. He's not the smartest, he's not the quickest, he's not the fastest. And on occasion, he get his butt kicked. So the one thing that Wolverine doesn't do, though, is give up. So he always tries to fight back one way or another. So I dig it, man. You know, sometimes you just got to have some grit and keep fighting. Warhammer 40K. Love this franchise. Games Workshop, if you haven't heard of it, look it up. The funniest part is when I picked this I picked this hobby up. When I was in the Army, I picked that hobby up. It's because, again, we found ourselves waiting for a long time sometimes, and you only needed about 6 or 7 of these minis to put together a quick game, and you can have some fun with them. So anyways, all right, let's start at the bottom again because I can't get up now. Robotech. Loved Robotech as a kid. So there they are. Invid, Ben, and the Robotech, the Veritech fighters. I love this show. I remember waking up at 6:30 in the morning to watch it. You got some of the red. I know the controversial Transformers non-transforming figures. Whatever, man. This is my shelf. I like it. You got some of the cassettes here. You got Optimus back there, Optimus here, and Optimus up at the top. The TRU reissue Insecticons and the TRU reissue Soundwave is back there too. I think some of the greatest reissues that there were. Let's look at the Spidey shelf. Oh gosh. I'm sorry guys. Lots of bones and stuff cracking. I just love Spider-Man. It's another one of my favorite. Who doesn't? Everybody likes him. I was lucky enough to be collecting when all this stuff started coming out. Vulture, Green Goblin, Sandman, Shocker. Just great stuff. And of course, I used to always watch Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. And then finally, I think that might be it though. That might be it. We have the Red Hood, and I know he don't belong there. Dr. Freeze don't belong there, but I didn't have anywhere to put him. And the Red Hood. Red Hood has always also been one of my favorites. Just because he's a little bit more anti-hero and pragmatic about situations. Let's leave it at that. So yeah, here's the top shelf. Turtles. The best NBA basketball player of all time. I don't care. Close the door. It's done. He's it. That's it. In case you guys missed any of the other stuff up here, here's a quick drive-by. And some of my favorite wrestlers. There you go. All right, let's look and see what's up on the wall here. I know the controversial bat plane there. Oh no. I bought it. It's okay. You didn't have to buy it. And you could have saved your money for something else. It's on Amazon now. You can go pick it up there if you're missing it or you want it. I don't think it's any cheaper though. Cara Dune, picked her up, Super 7 and 3 3/4 inch. They're never going to redo her again. Just a lot of cool Aliens versus Predator stuff up there at the top. A lot of video game stuff. Halo, the big 12-inch version. Yes, you can watch some of the games that are playing up here, up there. You got some, I don't know if you guys have ever seen these, but these little frames down here with the artwork, I really like. Whoever thought of that was just a genius. I love that. Oh, and we met Mr. Prowse, David Prowse. This is my daughter. She met him. We met him years ago. But anyways, we met him. All right, let's see. There's a lot to look around here. Castle Grayskull. I didn't get Snake Mountain because I never had Snake Mountain as a kid, and it just wasn't my thing. I picked up a bunch that went out when these were coming out. I picked all of them up. I think the only one I'm missing for the video game stuff, the classic mini editions, is the TurboGrafx 16. I had that one as a kid. Believe it or not, that's one of the ones I had. I had the PlayStation, NES, Genesis. I had them all. But anyways, let's see. What else? Oh, and then all my wrestlers. The wrestlers that I grew up with, right? Jake the Snake, Macho Man. Love me some Macho Man. Andre the Giant, Big Boss Man, Dusty Rhodes, Ted DiBiase. I just picked him up recently. You guys saw, and I just picked up Honky Tonk too. I went back and got a Honky Tonk. And I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about some of these arcades. These arcades, this one is stock. I picked up from Arcade One Up. This one is actually custom built. I ripped out the insides and I don't know, has something like 30,000 games on it. This Syvern one happens to be one of my favorite. Killer Instinct. This one has it's almost stock, but I put in a subwoofer system in it, so it sounds. This one, you always got to have an out of order arcade because that's what it is in the arcades. Now, this one is not out of order. It actually, you need to hook up a switch to it. And then when you hook up a switch to it, you can play it as an arcade. You get tons of arcade games you can play on here. My favorite is this one, Streets of Fury. So, well, you can play the Cowbunga one too. We got the PS3, Xbox 360, PS2, or what is that? I think that's 2. I don't know. Anyways, we got a bunch of games over here you can play. This one is stock, completely stock. This one is stock. This one has been gutted, and it has a special Pandora DX unit in it, and it is got 60,000 games. I don't know, something like that. Mortal Kombat, stock. That one's been gutted. It's got a Retro Pi in it. I don't know, 10,000 games in it, something like that. And of course, I'd be remiss if we didn't talk about Star Wars Pinball. I set all the high scores on this, and then my daughter came promptly around and beat me on all of it. So anyways. Oh, and I worked on this little guy for a while. Whatever movie we're playing in there, sometimes we'll put it up and play it and put it on here just to be nerdy. Or when family comes over, we'll put a bunch of like family pictures here, and it'll just cycle through them. So that's kind of fun. Halo helmet. All right, let's do the final tour, and that is the room tour, where I film some of the episodes, or all the episodes really. So let's take a gander in there. Here's some of my other collection, kind of fills the hallway in here. Yup. Some of my comic books up here on the wall. Some more action figures up on the wall. Oh, looks like somebody's on air in there. All right, we'll have to check and see who's in there. My Pandora that Bobby Vallis signed. Appreciate it. Thank you, Bobby. And let's check and see who's in there. Nobody's in there because it's me. I own this joint. So we got Art playing up there on the TV, one of his live streams. So this is it. This is where I film everything. This is the room. The room is covered in toys. This is the studio. And the studio is absolutely, literally, here, let me back up a little bit. Here it is at the top. You come down, look at this. I can't go through every single one of these things. I'll just do a slow pan and you guys can look and see. Maybe you can slow it down later, but it's just cover. Now that's my pile that I got to go through and review. It's rough. I got to get through all that. So a bunch of my Predator stuff, Alien stuff, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff, X-Men stuff hanging up on the wall. Just, let's see, what else do we got? Serpentor coming down here trying to rain some terror on people. My Dinobots up there across the top. Just acquired Snarl, you guys saw that. And that's the little workshop that I have down here. This is where I work on stuff. And now, let me introduce you to the bread and butter. This is the G.I. Joe stuff. I literally have every one of the classified lines. Some Action Force down there at the bottom. And then some of the bigger Transformers up at the top. And then Spider-Man, all the Spider-Man lines so far. So super, super excited, super fun to collect those. Have a ton of fun doing it. So anyways, guys, that's where it happens most of the time, right there. And I have a ton of fun doing it. So let me know if you enjoyed it. Yeah, and I do play some games here. This one is just stock. And this one I gutted, and I have, I don't know, another 45,000 games on that one or something like that. That's why you always see me changing them out from time to time. Hey, Art, how you doing? All right, so yeah, that's it. That's pretty much Galactus. You got to have your obligatory Galactus and obligatory Sentinel up there. So anyways, guys, appreciate you guys following me through this journey. Appreciate you guys subscribing, following, like the video if you're so inclined. I'm having a ton of fun on this channel. It's just fun. Again, I don't do this to get paid. I don't do this for anything other than engagement and to have a good time. And as you can see, I'm always having a good time with all this stuff that I got going on in here. So, a shout out to my family who puts up with my craziness, and a loving wife who understands all my insanity. We keep all this off of the first floor because I've been relegated to the top floor, and that's fine with me. I've got probably more room than have a right to have. And anyways, so guys, have a great day. Hopefully you're watching this, and if you're so inclined, please subscribe, please like, and as always, guys, crack a toy open if you're feeling blue. Crack a toy open to forget about your daily troubles in life. Put a smile on your face. That's why we do this hobby. And as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep rolling it out.